Hey guys, King Fresh here. I know it's been a while. It's been about 10 months, but now I got my new computer and new software, so we're all good to go. I can now run War Thunder at max settings and max resolution, so it's all just great. I've read all your comments, and you guys want realistic battles, and you want the full battle, and I have put a full battle on here, but I've kind of edited it, sped it up because I don't have the patience to watch me fly in a straight line for God knows how long. So I sped it up and sped up other parts, and without further ado, the almighty Swordfish. I chose Swordfish because I really kind of frankly hate it. It does not have WEP, and that really sucks. It has a mediocre bomb load and it has a mediocre torpedo. But it's kind of fun to fly. Something interesting I noticed about it was the has four ailerons as opposed to other biplanes. They usually only have or two ailerons on the top of the wing, which was more for stability. It's on the main wing. The rear one is called the elevator, for people that don't know. But I was really surprised on how well the bomb load did it for this tier. Now it is tier one. It's a low tier, so I guess the bases have lower health, obviously, for lower bomb loads. But this is four 250 kilogram bombs. Something impressive about the Swordfish is that it actually destroys half the base in one bomb load. I know that sounds kind of mediocre compared to the B-17s, which can blow a mini base away and almost another mini base away, but for this really, really crappy bomber, it's rather impressive. Here's where a little history lesson comes in. The Swordfish did sink, or help sink, the Bismarck. Bismarck was the largest battleship ever created by the Nazi Germany. It was a very large battleship, and it sunk the HMS Hood, which was the flagship of the British fleet at the time. It shot 3 rounds at it, if I'm not mistaken. One round hit the con tower, the other one hit the near the smokestack, and then one hit aft, which ignited a powder magazine and blew a gaping hole in the side. She sunk in less than 3 minutes. Only 3 survivors survived out of the crew. Very sad, but after that, the British were out for blood, and so pretty much the whole British Navy goes out to sink this battleship. And they decide the Germans had a successful, or what was the Italians had a very successful campaign using torpedo bombers. So, or no, it was the Japanese. It was one of the 3 Axis powers, but the British were out for blood, so they finally hunted it down. At PBY had actually spotted it, and after several attempts to get close to it, they sent in the Swordfish. The Swordfish came out of the clouds. 2 torpedoes hit it. One in the middle, one like right in the middle of the battleship. Did minimal damage because of its advanced building. The second torpedo hit aft, and it hit the left rudder, which crippled it at a 12-degree turn, which caused the battleship just to go in a big circle, which gave it the British Navy free range to sink it. That's what the Swordfish did. Another interesting fact, though, is the Bismarck had a sister ship. It was the Tirpitz, and there's a really interesting video about the Tirpitz and this operation called Operation Chariot. It's a really cool documentary. It's on YouTube, and it's done by one of my favorite narrators and people to watch, Jeremy Clarkson. It's the greatest raid of all time, if I'm not mistaken. I'll put a link in the description below. But it's a really, really cool documentary. It's British Spec Ops, and it's about as cool as it gets. Pretty much the premise of it was the Tirpitz had a place to dock over in Normandy, and the Tirpitz would have done critical damage to the shipping fleet if it was able to dock there. So the British and the Americans come up with this scheme to knock out that port. It's really interesting. It's by Jeremy Clarkson, who is just an awesome narrator. Nothing major really happened here. I just kind of got really bored and started flying around. I wonder if I can do a barrel roll, and it's very difficult to do a barrel roll in this because it's so slow. You lose lots of airspeed when you try to do it. And it takes forever to go anywhere because it's so slow. You see, I'm just playing around right now. But overall, it's an okay aircraft for its tier. It's got minimal armament. It's got okay payload. So I tried to do a barrel roll right there. Just died. But I thought it'd be rather comical to do this. Hey, I did it. Just because it's such a interesting, to say the least, aircraft. It's a 9-cylinder radial engine that puts out 750 horsepower. It's a decent aircraft. Now, what's funny is I can land at full speed. It's just how slow this thing is. One of the questions I have, though, about the Swordfish is why they call it the Swordfish. I think I've called it the Oddball, just because it's just a weird plane. It's got one machine gun for the main gun. It's got a odd number of cylinders, a 9-cylinder. That's kind of different. I mean, I don't really specialize in World War I or World War II aircraft, but it seems kind of oddball. And it's got a, I guess that's a co-pilot, maybe? I don't know. I don't see any controls there. Is he a bombardier? No, because there's no bomb sight. This is also annoying because it's not either one. When it's in level flight and, well, it's just annoying because it doesn't have a bomb sight. And that one gun, that is just awful. That's just awful excuse. Why would you do that? That just seems so dumb. I mean, but even to use it in World War II, that sounds dangerous. I mean, no biplanes and almost a fully monoplane theater. That just seems weird to me. I don't know why you want to fly it, but according to the pilots, it was fun to fly, very maneuverable, and they would shoot canyons and stuff, and the BF-109s who didn't have the maneuverability would just crash and die. That's how they would avoid. They would just fly real acrobatically and just not get shot down. Which is kind of interesting. But I'm going to go ahead and just fast forward this end of the video real quick because I get shot down really quick here, which is what happens to Swordfish is, or oddballs. They get shot down rather quickly because they're rather mediocre aircraft that have no armament or protection. And I'm pretty sure that's canvas, not aluminum. I'm almost 100% sure it's canvas and probably a wood frame, no aluminum. Probably 100% canvas wire and wood and some rubber with some metal on it. You know, pretty bad. Oh, hey, there's a BF-109. That's a really good plane, unlike this one. But I really like that one. It took me not very long to level that up at all. Oh, is he gonna leave me alone? Nope. Nope. He's gonna circle back around. Here he comes. Oh, gonna go into a runaway dive here. I'm gonna outrun this BF-109 in my 145-mile-an-hour aircraft. Oh, he missed. Haha. I wonder if yeah, he's on my 6 for sure. Oh, the gunner's shooting. Now this right here reminds me of Indiana Jones from the Last Crusade. I can't remember when the Indy's dad shoots the tail off, which I like the picture. That's what happened to my tail instead of the BF-109. But everything can't be a reality. But yeah, I'm about to crash. I'm gonna hit this tree if I recall. Oh, yep, hit the tree. Almost an Indiana Jones Part 2 because I almost hit the house in the biplane, but I didn't leave the Zeppelin. But this is what happens to Swordfishes because they suck. I really don't like them. They're like Jar Jar Binks. They're just for comical relief, honestly. I really despise this plane, but it's just kind of fun to mess around with. Okay, I tried to get a realistic map with naval units, but the best I can do right here is just get a test flight, which, interesting, in the test flights, in arcade anyways, it has WEP, but in any other match it does not have WEP, and the WEP's actually really useful. But I tried to show you how many torpedoes it takes to sink an aircraft carrier, and I did a carrier landing in this, and interestingly enough, I crashed before I could figure out how many torpedoes it takes, if that gives you any idea. But I did a torpedo test in a Wellington, which carries 2 of the same type of torpedo and takes 6. I did 5. But what's really annoying about this is you can't turn without the instructor flipping out. Which, you know, I'm not going to put it into a stall, obviously, but this plane almost seems too big to be carrier-based. I mean, it's kind of pushing the limitations because it's no retractable wings. But be wary when you're landing on this aircraft carrier. You'll see why in a minute. Because I don't like right here how it's sloped. Because you bounce off of it and go up there. And then when you catch that cable... Oh, this was the good one. That's how it's supposed to be, I guess. But, sweet. So now we're gonna take off, and be very careful when you're taking off on a British carrier, because this will happen. I think it's glitched over here. See that? Looks like a radio transmitter or antenna or something. I didn't even touch it, and it spun my wing around. So that was really annoying. So I just cut out my 2-minute repair time right there. And we're gonna do another carrier landing we're gonna torpedo it. No, we're doing another landing. Now here's something else to be wary of. Is this the one where I bounce? Oh yeah, they're on the deck, waving their hands around, saying take off. Oh, this was the good one. So I catch the wire almost perfect, and I hit that stupid pole again. I caught the wire, and the wire spun me right, and I hit that pole again. So you gotta be careful about that. And thanks for watching. You need to subscribe, like, and comment your opinions in the description below. I'm going to put a link to Operation Chariot, and I hope you guys have a great day. Thanks for watching.